Welcome back to the shop. Today I'm going to share where I get my tools, and one of the places is actually free, so stay tuned to find out about that. One of the primary places I've gotten a lot of my tools is just your local big box store. And I've gotten a few core tools that I think are really important to get higher quality because you're going to use them a lot. An example would be the circular saw, the drill definitely because you're going to use a drill all the time. You want to get higher qualities, or at least I wanted to get higher quality versions of these because I wanted them to last a long time and I know I would be using them a lot. Some of the things that you don't use quite as much, I don't feel like it's as big of a deal to get them from a cheaper place like Harbor Freight, which is the second primary place I get a lot of my tools. Some stuff I don't use a whole lot, like I'll use spade bits or hole saws, or I guess even I gotten this drill press from there and it seems to be pretty good. So Harbor Freight, you can definitely find a lot of good things. The most important thing to do before you go to Harbor Freight is go on their website and read the reviews, because they have a very active community of people who leave reviews and comments, and you're going to gain a lot of good information about those products before you even step into the store. What you want to look for is products with, first of all, high ratings, so like 4 to 5 stars, and also a lot of good comments and descriptive comments that tell you, okay, what is this really good for? What is this not the greatest for? You can find a lot of good information on their website, and also on YouTube you'll see a lot of product reviews. I've done some reviews of Harbor Freight tools as well. It's good to see first-hand experience that people have with the tools. That's going to give you a good idea of what you can expect from the tool. The third place I typically get tools is from Amazon, because there's some things that are kind of hard to find at your local stores. An example of this would be hand tools. In where I live in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, which is not really close to a super major city. We got a population of about 70,000, just so you can kind of compare to where you live. Closest place would be the Twin Cities, and I think up there they might have a Woodcraft. They would probably have some other stores where you can buy some hand tools and more high quality woodworking tools. Around here there's not a whole lot of that. So if I want those type of tools, a good place to go is Amazon. Also, you get good reviews there, and you can get some extremely cheap tools, knockoff tools from China. And some of them I've had good experiences with, and if you don't like them, you can just send them back and get your money back, which is a nice thing about Amazon. I always try to buy local if I can, because I want to support the local people, but some things are just easier to find on Amazon. Now, the last place I'm going to talk about that you can get free tools, which is always good to have free stuff, right, is people you know. You probably know a lot of people that have tools that they're not using. A good example would be your aunts, your uncles, your grandpa, maybe your grandmas. There's grandmas out there that use tools. So yeah, ask your grandma. She might have some cool tools. But the point is, they probably have some tools and they're not using it, and they would like to see somebody putting those to good use. When I see tools that aren't used, it always kind of makes me a little bit sad, because the purpose of a tool is to be used. If it's just sitting on a shelf somewhere, to me that tool is not fulfilling its life's goal, right? Its life's goal is to be used, and maybe it's not going to be used all the time, but to get used every once in a while and to fulfill a purpose. Some examples of tools that I've gotten for free from relatives include my table saw, my hand plane, some wrenches, a back saw, and a carcass saw. So a whole variety of hand tools and stuff that was at my grandpa's. My grandpa passed away, and my grandma said that I could have anything I wanted. And so I picked through in there, and I took a whole bunch of stuff, and some of it I'm not going to end up using, so I'm going to give that away to somebody else so they can use it. So don't be afraid to ask people you know, like, hey, do you have a tool that I could have that you're not using? Is there something that's just been sitting around that you'd like to get rid of that I could use to make something? And of course they would be more than happy to give you something, because number one, it gets it off of their hands. They don't have to worry about getting rid of it anymore. And number two, they're probably going to be happy to see somebody actually using it. Do you have a favorite place to get tools that I didn't talk about? Leave yours in the comments below. And if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button to get notified when the next video comes out. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.